Hello, I am Joshua Adenoy, your host on the program, The Opinion. An opinion is a belief, judgment, or perspective that a person has formed either through objective or subjective reasoning about a topic, issue, person, or thing. The Opinion is a program on Malachite MLC TV designed for you to air your views, and here in this program, your opinion, my opinion, counts so much. In today's Maiden edition, the issue before us is community development. What the government has done, what is doing, and what it should do. Joining me is the General Manager of the Kogi State Community and Social Development Agency, Kgsda, Chief Momoh Dauda, a man who has over the years saddled with the responsibility of ensuring communities in Kogi State enjoy the dividends of democracy. But before we meet him, let's quickly go on a short break.
Opinion, they say, is the lowest of human knowledge, but the world, the people, the actions, reactions, and decisions are often patterned with opinions. The same world is characterized by different views, and decisions are sometimes judged by actions or reactions due to opinions. People, nations, and even lower animals rise against or for one another just because of their opinions. Minds are set on opinions daily. Tell me what you don't know and I will tell you. It's all about your opinion. Join me, Joshua Adenoy, on Malachite TV Online every Monday by 9 a.m. Your opinion, my opinion, if well explained and understood, will help us to build a better society. Your opinion, my opinion counts. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. With me is the General Manager of the Kogi State Community and Social Development Agency, Kgsda, Chief Momoh Dauda. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, for the benefit of our viewer out there, can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, the Malachi TV, for coming to my office today. My name is Chief Momoh Dauda, General Manager, Kogi State Community and Social Development Agency.
Okay, sir. Just for the purpose of our viewer out there, the agency sounds new. Can you tell us how does the agency come to be?
The agency is not new. The agency has been in existence since 2009 when the government of Kogi State signed an agreement with the World Bank to implement this Community and Social Development Agency project. So I've been on since 2009 to date. And basically, the reason why this idea was conceived is about the changing the narrative of using top-down approach into bottom-up approach. So in the past, we have noticed that, or the World Bank have noticed that some government projects won't last in the community. So they came up with the idea of CDD approach, community-driven development, where the communities will be at the driving seat for any project they want to implement in their communities. So it's not in the past where government will just feel like, let's go and give this community a project, which might not be their pressing needs. So that's why the idea of Community and Social Development Agency was considered on three things: CDD approach, bottom-up, and inclusiveness. These are the three basic things that we use in CDD, bottom-up, and inclusiveness.
Majorly to change the old narratives where the people at the community, at the grassroots, are not really being given projects that they needed at a particular point in time.
Absolutely.
All right, sir. Now, let's go forward. Talking about the responsibilities of Kgsda in Kogi State, can you highlight some of those responsibilities that is expected to be carried out?
Yes, we've done a lot of things in terms of access road, in terms of health, in terms of education, in terms of water, in terms of skill acquisitions. So many things that have been given electrification and electricity to communities are part of our priorities in communities.
All right, sir. Now, since you assumed office as the GM, can you tell us how has the journey been so far?
Well, I have to thank God and I have to thank the government of the day for the support, the massive support the government of New Direction has been giving to CSDA. It's a very good thing and we are doing our best. As far as I'm concerned, we have done a lot. We have done a lot to win the heart of the people.
All right. So you did mention something, the bottom-up approach. Can you explain to the people? Let's know exactly what you meant by that.
The bottom-up approach is a process of going to the community, of going to the grassroots, asking them their needs, instead of going to the community and just give them a project that is not their a pressing need. So the bottom-up is identify with the communities, interact with them, what is their pressing need in the society. From there, you take it from there. So, like in some communities, you may desire to give them water, and they will tell you water is not their priority. So you need to interact. And I think the government of His Excellency, Elijah Adazabele, is also using the bottom-up approach. Because I've had several instances where they hold town hall meetings, asking people what do they want, what do they need, what do they want government to do for them. I think that's the best approach. Because what community A needs may not be the needs of community B. So you cannot just go and give everybody the same project. So by interacting with them, we now know what they need. That's the bottom-up approach that we are talking about.
You did mention that this agency under your leadership has achieved a lot of things. Can you mention some of those projects that have been achieved so far? Probably name some of those communities as well.
I have a compendium here that details all we have done since 2009 to 2022. And most of these communities are here. Virtually in all the local government, since 2009 to date, we either have one or two projects. But I can mention when I came into office, the local government was choosing from each senatorial district. Like in Central, we talk of Okene. In West, we talk of Ijimu. In the East, we talk of Oloma Baro local government. All these people will have enough local, projects in all these communities. It's not that other community doesn't have, even Tekena has a lot of projects. Sure, Tekena is even topping the list of people that have benefited from this office. So most of the local government has one or two projects done by this agency. So by the time you go through this, we have done over 500 micro projects since inception.
Wow, over 500 micro projects.
Yes.
Wow, that's really huge.
We are not saying this, but it's something you can verify. Like now, if I take it from Adabi, we have a project in Ogamnana where borehole drilling, overhead tank, and 11 kVA was done. We also have in Ega, in Adabi, so if you go down like that, in Ajakuta, we also have a project there. In Nampa, we do. And virtually all the local government. One might have more than the other, but in all the local government, we have a project.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Now, he said something that over 500 projects have been completed by this very agency under his leadership, not just in the book. You can also go down there to the villages to verify. All right, let's continue, sir. Now, looking at your activities in Kogi State, especially at the rural communities, will you say that this agency has been meeting her target?
Well, I think there's one, but I will just say yes. But I want you to do your findings too, because we are not the one to blow our trumpet. If you have time, maybe over time, we can still collaborate and see how we can go to most of these communities and see the project yourself. A lot have been done, but we still need to do more. And I used to tell people that it's not only government that should be doing all these things. People that are well to do in society should also assist in helping most of these communities. If you look at my expression of interest book, we still have over 300 communities that are still waiting for intervention. I haven't done more than 500 micro projects in the state. So we can still do better. But so far so good, alhamdulillah. I thank God that this government has been very, very supportive. Every year we do have intervention, subvention from the government. So aside from the money that we do get from the World Bank, then World Bank has closed since 2020. So we're only doing Kgcs program and with the support of the government. Just recently we did electricity, rural electrification in one of the two communities in Uduakaka and Adore in the Kena local government. This community have been suffering. It's just like being punished for not being in the mainstream of the political party at that time. And it's just like in your own community, you see light in your front, you see light in your back, but because you are not a support of the government then, they were denied electricity. But we thank God, we've done that for them. This government doesn't look at whether you are this, you are that. As far as you are resident in Kogi State, you are bound to enjoy this project.
Oh. Well, all thanks to the state government that has decided that that community must have a light. Well, I believe you're having a wonderful time listening to Chief Momoh Dauda, the General Manager, Kogi State Community and Social Development Agency. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Opinion, they say, is the lowest of human knowledge, but the world, the people, the actions, reactions, and decisions are often patterned with opinions. The same world is characterized by different views, and decisions are sometimes judged by actions or reactions due to opinions. People, nations, and even lower animals rise against or for one another just because of their opinions. Minds are set on opinions daily. Tell me what you don't know and I will tell you. It's all about your opinion. Join me, Joshua Adinoy, on Malachite TV Online every Monday by 9 a.m. Your opinion, my opinion, if well explained and understood, will help us to build a better society. Your opinion, my opinion counts. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. The program is still My Opinion, Your Opinion, of which we have said it counts so much. And with us is the General Manager of Kgsda, Chief Momoh Dauda. Sir, we continue. Now, community projects requires a lot. Can you tell us how has this agency been able to get fundings to carry out some of the projects that have been done so far?
Well, having signed an agreement with the World Bank, state government, and state government on their own have also been very, very supportive. Sometimes I do show check of 145 million, 200 million being given to us at the fund we are, draw from the World Bank for the closure of the Kgsda. But by and large, I think I have to give it to the government of His Excellency for always being there for us. We've done a lot, but we still need to do more. Because when I look at the list of people asking for intervention, then there's still need for us to do more. But I must give it to the government of the day. They really helped us a lot.
Wow, kudos to the government of the day. All right, sir. Now, what are the most challenging moments so far under your leadership?
Well, basically fund. Let's just put fund as the main difficulties. But like I said, the government is trying on that. Another challenge we have is trying to have access to most of these rural communities. it is not always easy to, you see a community that you have to travel through Edo State to be able to access them. You have to travel through Niger State, community in local government that have to travel through Nasarawa, either Nasarawa or Niger State to be able to access them. So some of these communities are in a very remote area, but they need this government presence. And it may interest you that most of these communities, the only government presence they have is Kgcsda project. So assessing them at times is also a serious challenge. But in all, I have the staff I have, they are dedicated, they are determined to do it. But majorly, if you ask me to choose, the main challenge number one is funding. We still need more funds to be able to meet the earnings of our people. We need, but the government have done very, very well, but we can still do it better.
Thank you so much. Now, funding, one of the major challenge. Access road is another issue facing this very agency to enable them carry out their assignment. Now, going forward, sir, if a community desires that a particular project should be sited at their area, how should they go about it?
First is to write what we call expression of interest to my office, seeking for assistance from this office. From there, we'll take it up. First of all, when we go to, that's what we call community entry. We first of all go to this community to be sure that such community is in existence. From there, we deploy our people, we go for PRA, participatory rural engagement. So where we interact with the people, both the young, the old, the elderly, everybody in the community will come out for this PRA. After PRA, during the PRA, we prioritize their needs. So after the community entry, we'll tell them, okay, so date will come. We'll also let them know, they will tell us when they will be free to receive us, where everybody will be around. Because you cannot go on their market day where you will not see people who are going to the market. So they'll give us, so day, a lot of people will be around, so we can come for the PRA. So after then, it's going to be one of these you follow. It's a very how do I put it, stringent process where everything will be put into vote. So if you want a town hall, you queue under town hall. If you want water, school, so that at the end of the day, any of these projects that has the highest number of votes will be the number one priority. Follow like that. And we also have what we call their own contribution, community contribution. The reason for community contribution is that for them to own this project. In the past, government will just do a project and it will not last. Most of our projects that I'm still talking to you, some in 2009 up to today are still in existing work. Because by the time you contribute one or two things into the project, you won't allow anybody to come and vandalize the project. You will guide it jealously. That's the essence of that community contribution. Mostly it's 10% before, because of hardship, it has been reduced to 2.5% now. So that when you have your money in a project, you won't allow somebody to come and destroy it. And they also take ownership. By so doing, they own the project. They protect it. They will do everything to ensure that it continues to function.
Thank you so much. Now, one thing I have learned from this very assertion is that when your money is in a particular project, you wouldn't allow anything to destroy such project. Now, can you tell us, going forward, what would you want the government of the day to do more for the communities?
The government is already doing it. It's just that they need to up the game. The government has given us funds, and I want them to continue, because we have a lot of communities that are in their need of this project. So what the government needs to do is source for more funds for us to be able to reach out to these poor people in the society. They are not asking for too much. Some communities just need a borehole so that the issue of these waterborne diseases can be reduced. Just a small health center where they can get first aid treatment before going to, if it has to go to a higher hospital. That's just what they are. Some of them access road to be able to move their farm produce from one place to the other. So they're not asking, they're not saying come and build a mansion or anything for the money. By so doing, they've already touched their lives. So they want government to do more. But honestly, I have to thank His Excellency for always being there for us. I know what it used to be, I know what it is now. So every year, we always have money from government. And some of my colleagues on that state, they don't have that privilege. Since the World Bank closed, some of them have not been enjoying this fund from government. So, like I said, the government is also using our CDD approach. Like I said, I noticed in the past, before a budget is being passed, they will hold town hall meeting asking people, what do you want government to do for you? That's the CDD approach, the bottom-up approach. Government will not just sit and say, okay, I'm going to do this to these people, I'm going to do this. It has to interact with them. So by so doing, so the government is already using our CDD approach. I wouldn't say our CDD. We're also using the same template to see the same government. So what we need is more fund from the government to be able to reach out to these poor people in the society. They are not asking for too much, like I said. They are not saying come and do the gigantic, this is just something small. And it will be to meet their needs, and that's all.
Just before we round up the show, sir, and on a lighter mood as well, what is your opinion on who becomes the next president of Nigeria come February 25th, 2023?
My own opinion.
Yes, your opinion.
The general, anyway, my own opinion is that I have looked at those major contenders and I have seen one person that have done it before that I think he can do it again. When you look at Lagos, and Lagos is still booming up to now, and the person that started it, to me, will have my nod. That's all. And I think people will look at that, and it's not by any other thing. We'll look at what people have done. Just like same being in the States. Look at what the present government is doing. Look at what has been done before in terms of equity, justice, and fairness. In terms of distribution of Kogi's wealth, in terms of appointment, in terms of everything. I think this government has done very well. An Igala man will see me as his brother, and Okuma will see me as his brother. So that's cohesion. The government that has brought that cohesion should be allowed to continue. And that's my position. That's my own personal opinion, because I know I've been seeing right from democracy right from 1999 to date, and from 2016 to date, I can spot the difference. So I'm not being this, but if you look at when you have one project here, you have at the other end, you also have not in the past that somebody will come and even remove the one you have to another place. No? Take your own, take your own, take your own. That's why we are enjoying relative peace. If you are being fair, just, and equitable, then you have done very well. And that's where I give the government of the day a plus. And in terms of president, like I said, I've seen the biography of all the people, I've seen what they have done, and I said one man stand up has done it before in Lagos, and I believe he can do it again. So.
Thank you so much. According to the opinion of Chief Momoh Dauda, justice, fairness, and equity, and of course, look at old track record, and you can judge from there. Chief Dauda Momoh, thank you so much for being part of today's edition of The Opinion on Malachite TV. We are looking forward to having more of you in other editions of this very program.
Thank Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I'm also looking forward to receive Malachi crew again. And this chief you are calling me is a result of the work we've done in one community who has been suffering, for over 50 years. They couldn't have a town hall for themselves. So we were able to do town hall for them and also give them a cottage hospital. And when they came together, they said, no, something they have suffered for over 50 years, and I should be given the title. That's the chief. And it's the Chief Atulushi.
Wow.
So, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, sir.
See you very soon.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Viewers out there, I hope our opinion on community development have helped you to shape yours. Thank you for being part of this very edition. Join me on this same channel, Malachite TV Online, same time next week, Monday, for another impactful and informed session. Many thanks to all of the crew members that made this very edition a success. Thank you to our viewer out there for staying tuned. On behalf of the crew, I remain Joshua Adinoy, your anchor. This is saying bye for now.